Hello, my name is Spiritually Awakened Princess, and I'm going to talk about hate. The reasons why people hate other people is because, one, they're doing self-reflecting. Two, fear. There's always fear involved in that. And number three, sometimes it's just overall judgment. When there's judging other people, there's always hate involved. So that might go into the self-reflecting category, but I put it in two different categories for a reason, because I feel like they need to be separate so people can understand a little bit better. First of all, the reason why there's so much hate on social media is because we're doing a lot of self-reflecting, especially when it comes to celebrities. And I see a lot of people, when there's like an article about a celebrity in particular, they always hate. When there's a little video out of something adorable with cats and dogs, there's always somebody that's hating, like, oh, that's dog abuse, that's cat abuse, even though it's not really abuse at all. And then there's, little cute baby videos, there's dancing videos, there's people being happy in these videos. And then there's always somebody that's a negative Nancy trying to ruin the show or ruin everybody's good time and don't see the funny in it. Now, some of those people, it gets depressing. Just enjoy the video, or if you hate the video, just scroll down. Why even bring hate into it? And that brings me into politics. A lot of people hate others, like the Republicans versus the Democrats versus the independents in the middle, because I feel like some of the Republicans now, when it comes to Donald Trump, they're kind of becoming independent because they don't see views in his way. They don't see any views of what he's standing for. They're not standing with him as far as what he sees with racism, what he sees when the particular situation with Puerto Rico, or any hurricanes for that matter. Now, I understand that he did a really good job when it comes to responding to Texas or even Louisiana. People tend to forget that Louisiana was hit by a hurricane not too long after, or that was actually the same hurricane. Was it Hurricane Harvey? So people just tend to forget these things because they like to see what's on the news channels, and then they kind of forget the facts of like, oh yeah, they hit this other place, but we always mention Texas, Florida, sometimes the Bahamas or something like that, or the Virgin Islands. And people, especially the Republicans, they kind of veer away from Puerto Rico because they feel like he responded well. But taking 2 weeks, it doesn't sit well with a lot of other people. And so therefore the hate, I'm coming back to the hate word, the hate starts to brew up. And, is it really necessary? I mean, everybody else is doing the work that they're supposed to do. They're donating, they're, praying for Puerto Rico, they're giving their clothes, they're giving their, water, extra supplies. But yeah, no one is satisfied. No matter what Americans do or what other countries do to help, which I feel like other countries haven't even really helped at all when it comes to, any American crisis. Now, I'm not saying that, there's not any hidden millionaires or billionaires like from other countries that are giving to the United States when it comes to any crisis that we have. But they don't the media doesn't tell us what happens. So therefore we feel like, oh, the other countries, they're not giving to us. And that's what it betrays or portrays. And that just brings up hate as well. It's like a continuous cycle of hate because we're expecting other people to do things that maybe we aren't even doing ourselves. Some of us, I know, the ones that are complaining, they haven't even donated. They have not contributed. All they did was complain. because they're doing a lot of self-reflecting, a lot of judgment, and a lot of things that have to do with fear involved with this particular crisis. And that just brings up hate. So how do you stop this? How do you stop hate in particular? First of all, you got to learn how to move on. If you see something when it comes to political, you see something about a celebrity, you see something about a video that you don't even like or don't relate to, and you feel like you have to put your opinion in it, just scroll down. Just go on to the next page. Go somewhere else. Take yourself away from that situation. Don't bring yourself into the racism talk. If you feel like you're going to say something out of anger, don't bring yourself into the political talks. If you feel like you're going to say something that everybody is going to hate you for, don't even bother. Just don't do it. Save yourself. Focus on yourself and your family. There's no point in giving into all this social media, or unless you're going to be like me, putting up a YouTube video and saying what you have to say, and then maybe people can relate to it. Otherwise, there's no point in doing the, what do you call it, the online gang or whatever. Don't be like a gangster online trying to type something and threatening other people because you don't like their views or you don't like the particular thing that was posted. There's no point. Another thing is constant meditation. Meditation helps you with stress. It helps you with, just focusing on yourself for that moment. 5 minutes a day, you could sit down like me, close your eyes, and just zone out. You'll be okay. Everything will be fine. I promise you. I really do. And I used to meditate constantly, and I feel like I'm a much better person, and I avoid a lot of these situations from happening. Now, there's every once in a while I might have something to say on social media, and I kind of do it for kicks. I kind of do it for laughs. I don't want to go back and forth and banter and troll. That's not my style. If I say something, I kind of just leave it at that. I might check in to see what's going on, but I don't want to feed on, keep on feeding into what other people say about me or say about that particular subject. I kind of just move on from it because I feel like I would spend too much time on it like other people would do. It's not worth the time, people. We have better things to do, like go outside, read a book. Read a newspaper if you want to. If you feel like you're, very much into overall news, read a newspaper instead of looking at the news. Because honestly, the news has a lot of negative things on it. And that does bring up a lot of hate. They want you to do that. They want to suck you in. Because that's the way they make their money. You constantly keep on watching the news because it says negative things, or even on social media, you're on their social media sites and you're like, oh my God, somebody just shot 5 people, and then you constantly look at their news feed every single time something happens, especially on Facebook. I saw something yesterday about 4 or 5 different car chasing situations that happened, and I was like, I only caught 1, but there was 4 or 5, and people love watching this stuff. They're like, oh my God, again? And then they just watch it on their phone or on their computer, and that just seems to be exciting to them, and that keeps keeping them come back because they love those type of things, and then they love to hate those type of things. It's just a constant cycle, and it doesn't stop. But you yourself can stop yourself. Yes, I said yourself twice. From doing it, okay? I already gave you two ways to stop, okay? Meditation and moving on. Those are the 2 things that you need to do. Do something else if you want to, 3 things. Do something else. Stop the hate. Stop the self-reflecting. Stop the racism. Stop the fear. Stop the judgment. There's no point. Move on. Woosah. Meditate. Love and light. Whatever you have to do. Just keep your stress levels down. It's not worth it. All right, I hope you guys subscribe to my channel, and I'll keep posting videos like this. I'm using natural light because I was like, what am I gonna use? I'm just in the house and it's too windy outside. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear the wind in the background. It's like roaring like a crazy maniac. It's not cute. Anyway, have a good day and see you guys later. Bye.